Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of December 16, 2024. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Extensive ground operations. The Russian military reports significant progress in various directions. In the Kharkiv direction, they report overrunning units of the Ukrainian motorized infantry and border services, with significant casualties and equipment losses for Ukraine. The capture of strategic locations such as Elizavetovka in the Donetsk People's Republic and several towns and villages across the front signifies a push to control more territory.
Welcome back to Frontline Updates, your source for the latest insights into global conflicts. I'm your host, and today we have Colonel A.C. Oguntoye joining us to provide a detailed briefing on the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of December 16, 2024. Thank you for joining us, Colonel Oguntoye.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's start with the Kharkiv region. What's the latest on operations there?
In the Kharkiv direction, the North Group of Forces has engaged Ukrainian formations, specifically targeting airborne assault brigades, territorial defense units, and border service detachments. We successfully repelled an enemy counterattack and inflicted losses of over 85 servicemen, along with destroying an armored personnel carrier, 3 vehicles, and a 152mm D-20 gun. Additionally, an ammunition depot was neutralized.
The West Group of Forces has also been active. Can you detail their progress?
The West Group improved its tactical position and engaged mechanized and assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces in Vyregnia, Kupiansk, and other key areas in the Kharkiv region. Despite 4 counterattacks by Ukrainian forces, our units inflicted losses exceeding 500 servicemen and eliminated several armored combat vehicles, including a U.S.-made HMMWV. Additionally, multiple artillery systems such as the US M198 and D30 howitzers were destroyed, and 2 ammunition depots were taken out.
Shifting to the southern operations, can you share the updates from there?
Significant progress was made in the southern sector. The settlement of Elizavetovka in the Donetsk People's Republic was liberated through decisive actions. Ukrainian formations, including 2 mechanized, airmobile, and airborne assault brigades, suffered losses of up to 345 servicemen. We also neutralized high-value targets like the U.S.-made Paladin self-propelled artillery system and a counter-battery radar station, further diminishing the enemy's combat capabilities.
What about the center group of forces? Any strategic updates there?
The center group secured more advantageous positions, successfully defeating multiple Ukrainian brigades, including mechanized, motorized infantry, and marine units, in critical areas of the Donetsk People's Republic. 9 counterattacks were repelled, and over 440 Ukrainian personnel were neutralized. Heavy artillery losses on the Ukrainian side included MSTB howitzers, D-20 guns, and an advanced NOTA electronic warfare station.
How about the Eastern Front? Any updates from the East Group of Forces?
The East Group has been advancing into the depths of Ukrainian defenses, targeting mechanized brigades and territorial defense units in Razlev, Zelenoy Pole, and Vermevka. 3 counterattacks were thwarted, and Ukrainian losses included 185 servicemen, a German-made Leopard tank, and various artillery systems such as the Bogdana and M777 howitzers.
Moving south to the DNEPR region, what's the latest there?
In the Dnepr region, our forces inflicted significant losses on Ukrainian heavy mechanized and territorial defense brigades in Zaporizhia and Kherson. Over 55 servicemen were neutralized, along with artillery systems like the M777 and D-20 guns. 4 enemy ammunition depots were also destroyed, which will severely impact their resupply capabilities.
There's been considerable emphasis on air defense throughout these operations. Can you elaborate on the impact of these efforts?
Our air defense systems have been highly effective, taking down 9 unmanned aerial vehicles and neutralizing enemy infrastructure, including military airfields and concentrations of personnel and equipment. This is vital for maintaining air superiority and disrupting the enemy's logistical and operational capabilities.
It sounds like significant progress is being made. How do these developments impact the broader strategy in this region?
By neutralizing large numbers of personnel, heavy artillery, armored vehicles, and critical infrastructure like ammunition depots and electronic warfare stations, we are systematically undermining the enemy's ability to sustain prolonged resistance. This weakens their logistical networks and operational depth, creating opportunities for further advances into strategic territories. Moreover, these actions disrupt their ability to coordinate effective counteroffensives, as evidenced by the successful repelling of multiple counterattacks across various fronts. The repulsion of advanced systems, such as NATO-supplied weaponry and radar stations, not only erodes their current capabilities, but also deters the effective use of foreign-supplied reinforcements.
How has this on a macro level contributed to your efforts?
At a macro level, the progress in this region consolidates our hold on key logistical routes, denies the enemy critical territorial leverage, and secures positions to facilitate coordinated operations across adjacent regions like the Kharkiv, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia areas. The broader implication is the steady narrowing of options for the Ukrainian armed forces, compelling them to either retreat or incur unsustainable losses in attempting to hold positions.
Finally, let's turn to the Kursk region. What's the latest update?
The Kursk region remains a critical theater of operations, and significant progress has been made there. Here's the latest. During recent offensive operations, our forces have continued to dismantle enemy formations effectively. The North Group of Forces has dealt substantial blows to the Ukrainian armed forces, including mechanized, heavy mechanized, tank, airborne assault, marine, and territorial defense brigades. Key settlements such as Gayvo, Lebedevka, Leonidov, Malaya Lakhnya, Nikolaevo Derino, Novaya Sorokina, and Ruskoye Portnoy have been cleared or heavily contested. In the past 24 hours alone, Ukrainian forces have suffered over 540 casualties. Our strikes eliminated a tank, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, a U.S.-made Stryker armored personnel carrier, 20 additional armored combat vehicles, and 7 cars. Artillery and aviation strikes have been instrumental in neutralizing enemy manpower and equipment with concentrated strikes.
What about Ukrainian counterattacks? Have there been significant threats in this area?
Yes, the enemy has attempted several counterattacks to regain lost ground, but these efforts have been consistently repelled. In the past 24 hours alone, 2 counterattacks by Ukrainian assault groups were thwarted, with considerable losses on their side. Our defensive and offensive synergy, supported by superior firepower and strategic positioning, ensures that these counterattacks achieve minimal impact.
What does this mean for the broader conflict?
The continued success in the Kursk region disrupts Ukrainian efforts to regain the initiative. It also solidifies our strategic positions for further offensives and ensures that our supply lines remain secure. The region serves as a gateway for broader operational objectives, contributing to the weakening of Ukrainian defensive capabilities across multiple fronts.
Looking at the bigger picture, how do these operations impact the overall conflict?
These operations collectively erode the Ukrainian armed forces' ability to sustain their defensive efforts. By targeting critical infrastructure, ammunition depots, and advanced systems, we are effectively weakening their operational depth. The liberation of strategic settlements and the neutralization of advanced weaponry like U.S. and NATO-supplied artillery and tanks have wide-ranging implications for the conflict.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. It's important to stay informed about these critical updates. Recent tensions in the Middle East are primarily focused on the ongoing conflicts in Syria and the Gaza Strip. In Syria, the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad has created a power vacuum, leading to increased airstrikes from Israel, Russia, Turkey, and the United States. In Gaza, Israeli military strikes have resulted in significant civilian casualties. Recently, Israel bombed another UN-run school in Gaza without warning, killing 20 people. According to medics, Israel's actions in Gaza have claimed the lives of over 45,000 Palestinians. The situation continues to escalate, with further Israeli airstrikes targeting schools that are sheltering displaced individuals, leading to additional fatalities.